YouTube, YouTube, YouTube. So coming back to you again with a few follow-ups from my journey as a realtor. Let me back up. I'm all up in your face. So this is the first of everything for me. I've been in about 3 months now, loving it. It's busy. I do have a full-time job. I do real estate, and then I cut hair on the side. I'm very tired. But anyway, I wanted to bring the update to you about all of the first things for me. So let's just get into it, right? So I'm actually working with my first buyer. Amazing couple. They're very young, but amazing couple. They want to get a home right here in Phoenix. Their price range is no more than 127, which is feasible here in Phoenix. You know, in Arizona, you can get somewhere pretty nice out there with 127. But again, it's just my first time having a buyer, so I'm excited, you know, and I want to bring it to you guys to let you guys know. Also, with this first time buyer, this is my first time finding homes for the buyer. So I actually made an MLS listing, which is some of the market listing service. It's actually something that I would set up, and it would email you, you know, what's out there in the community, depending on what you wanted. So if you say you wanted a 3-bedroom, 2-bath for $200,000 or less, I would actually put that into the MLS search and then include you on the email. It does your phone number, your name, and things like that. As for your contact, and then it emails you out frequently to let you know what's in the market, what's most recent, things like that. So that's the first time I did that for them. Very nervous, but it worked out perfect, and they found a few homes that they wanted to check out. So we went to go look at those homes. So I did the first walkthrough with them. Literally, I'm not even kidding, they wanted every house that we walked through. That doesn't work that way, but they loved them all, so that was good. But we ended up deciding on one of them, and it's literally right across the street from the individual's job. So it's to the point where they can walk. They only have one vehicle. One person might be working in a city that's a little bit further away. So when I was searching something close to the area of where she works, and then he's gonna be working a little bit further. So I wanted to find something that's comparable for both of them. If he's driving and she's not, you know, he can take a little distance in the vehicle, and he'll be all right. But I wanted to make it close to the freeway as well. So that was my first time doing that. I actually did a pretty good job. They loved it, and like I said, that was our first time, or my first time, putting an offer on a home. So my broker actually had to walk me through the whole process. I skipped a couple steps. As for how to do that, I didn't do the agreement first. I didn't do the disclosure and thing like that first. So those are things that you want to do first. So now that I know how to do that, so I will be doing that. It's not going to be hard. The sale part, the listing and buying, things like that are a little bit easier for me, but and especially the walkthrough, that was easy. But the paperwork, I do got to learn that. So that was another first. Let me see. So I put in my first offer. We offered what the market value was. We did the comps for the area. So we wanted to look at the comparables. What was the pricing in the area for those condos? And when my broker and myself looked it up, it was about 80 to not even really 90. I would still say 85. So we offered 85. The seller was willing to offer 105 because it was listed at 110. That was pretty high. So, you know, you got to go with whatever the seller wants. So when I brought it back to the seller, you know, after I talked to the broker, wrote the paperwork up, we listed 85,000 as the offer, and that got rejected. So I got my first rejection. along with my first offer, along with the first buyer, along with the first home hunt. So this is an introduction for me 100%. That's why I want to bring it to you guys, because this is new. This is something that'll happen. It's not going to be like I'm going to present something every time and people to say because it's you, we're going to accept it, Darrell. That's not how that works. Also, with the first of everything, I wanted to bring to you that this is the first time dealing with another agent. This is the listing agent. This individual was extremely disrespectful. My broker actually told me to call, even though it says on your listing or your MLS as a realtor, when you're looking it up, it's going to say it's active. I was informed, it's a good practice, and it was something that they used in the past, that you actually call the agent and say, hey, you know what, is this listing still active? I see it in the MLS, but is there anybody going to view it? Is there availability? Things like that. You want to make sure there's not another agent there with the buyer and you're trying to walk in at the same time. You want to give them that time and their respect to be able to walk through and enjoy the moment. So even for yourself, you want to have your own time with your client, your buyer, your seller, or whatever the case may be. You want to have an individual one-on-one with them and take them through the home or whatever process it is without being disturbed. So the agent that listed it, again, I said I called him, let him know, hey, I want to check out the property. It doesn't really have an appointment list on there. Typically, well, not typically, the ones that I was showing, I had to set an appointment and actually set them fairly quick, within 15-20 minutes of when they wanted to check it out, and they were available. That's not typical, but it was a automated system or whatever the case may be. So I set it up that way. But for this home right here, there was no automated system. It just said showing info. I clicked on the showing info. The individual who listed it, his number came up, and I called him, and he was extremely rude. For about 3 minutes, he was just disrespectful, so I just put my book away with the address, and that's when he asked me for the address. Of course, I just put it away, like literally. Like, what are the odds of that? So I went to the book. I told him, I apologize. I just put it away. You're being disrespectful, so I was going to let you go. And he says, well, I have a lot of properties. I don't have time for your crap, basically. So I grabbed the book, gave him the address, and he just says, you can go look at it anytime. There's a lockbox on there. If you're a realtor, you should know what you're doing. So the individual is extremely rude, a lot of disrespect coming out of him. So I tried to get off the phone as quick as possible. Didn't say anything to him. That was rude. But immediately I got on the phone with my broker just to let her know, hey, this is what's happening. These are the kind of interactions that this person is coming up with and whatever else. So this is all before I even set an offer. So that already didn't put a good feeling in my stomach of, I still need to create an offer for the individual, and this listing agent is going to be the one that's going to accept this offer of $85,000 when it's listed for $110,000. There's other homes in that area that are better than that. As for it has stainless steel, upgraded appliances just like this. It has a washer and dryer. This one doesn't have washer and dryer. The appliances are not updated. As for stainless steel, they are updated though. And the cabinets were IKEA. Other cabinets were wood grain and actually put some money and time into it. This one right here, he didn't even put the shelves in, so the time wasn't taken on this home. But if the buyer wants it, I'm gonna present it to him and put an offer in. So I did it at market value, which should have been about 85, got rejected. I just sent another offer out for 90. And we'll see what happens. This is literally the first of everything. So as I get it, as I learn, I want to bring it to you, keep you up to date, and just continue watching. Like, subscribe. I really want you guys to subscribe just to follow me on this journey. It's something new. Like I said, I have a full-time job, and I also do this. If this can pick up and grow like I want it to, then definitely, I'll be out there for you guys on YouTube. I'll be out there as a seller. I'll be out there as a friend. I'll be out there as your agent when you're buying, you know. So like I said, like, subscribe, just follow me on the journey.